Hi, I'm Tim Bartz, Internet Sales Manager here at McArthur Ford in Salina, Kansas, with another video on the Bronco build and price. We're doing a series here. We've covered the base so far, and now we're going to move on to the Big Bend. So if you haven't watched any of our other videos, we do like to do these complete guide walk-around videos where we go over all the standards as well as optional equipment. I actually have some videos on the standard equipment from what Ford gave us several months ago. In this video, I'm not going to cover too much of the standard equipment. We're going to go through the build and price and talk about the different optional equipment. Some of the requirements too, because you'll notice in the build and price, some things may not be available and say, I don't see it in there, and it could be because of some requirements that you have. So we're going to go through that. So if you haven't subscribed to our YouTube channel, hit the red subscribe button down below. Don't forget to hit the notification bell. That way you're going to get notified the next time another video uploaded to our YouTube channel. And as we go through the build and price for all the different models, you're going to want to get notified when we have those videos go live. So this in here, we're going to talk about the Big Bend, as you can tell from the title of the video. But we're going to cover all this this equipment. We're going to go in the build and price. If you haven't been in there yourself, you can go to right now Ford.com. And on that page, there is a link right there on their homepage to go to build and price for Bronco. Or you can go to shop.ford.com/configure/Bronco. I'll leave that link down in the description if you want to check that out and go right to that page. So when you go there, you're going to see you can build your, actually you can do this on your cell phone or on a computer. I'm going to use the cell phone just so that we can put this beside me over here and you're going to be able to see what I'm doing as I'm doing it. I'm recording the phone here. So as you can scroll over, you see base, Big Bend, Black Diamond. You have all of them as you scroll left and right there. We're going to talk about the Big Bend, and you have 2-door or 4-door. You can just click on that radio button and it switches back and forth from the 2-door and 4-door. You can see it changes the picture up there as well. Also, we're not going to cover the standard equipment. I do actually have a reference guide that Bronco Nation put out that goes through all the standard equipment, and then as you move up to Big Bend, it shows you, okay, you get all the equipment from the base, plus you get these other features. So it's a pretty cool little guide. If you go to our Bronco page on our website, under the new tab, you can go to 2021 Ford Bronco. On that page, there actually is a link. It'll actually look like this image here, should have. And then when you click on that, it'll actually pull up this PDF guide, and you can go through and look at that yourself if you want to. And it actually includes, as we go through that, the optional equipment that we're going to go through too here. It doesn't cover the accessories, but it covers your factory options and what they're available on. It's really cool because on some of them it does give you some notes beside each of what are some of the requirements to get that. So it actually shows, like on the 7-speed, which we're going to cover in a little bit, that it requires a 2-door 4x4 on the Big Bend to be able to get the manual transmission, that kind of thing. So, but you can also get there on the build and price page. If you go to view details, click on that, and you actually shows you the information. If you keep scrolling down, of what standard on the exterior, interior packages, power and handling, and the safety right there. You can look at it there. Also, once we get into the build and price, I'll show you where you can find it there as well. So let's go ahead and wait. We're on 2-door. Let's go ahead and hit start your build, and we'll go through this. Now, in my other videos, I kind of went through this as well. So you can scroll right and left on these images, and it gives you 5 exterior images, different views of the vehicle, and as you change the colors, different things on the vehicle, it's going to change that image as well. Click those little 3 buttons and you can see what it looks like with the doors on and off. So if you take there you go, doors off there, and if you want to take the roof off as well. I did mention that in the base model video. Did see that pop up, so that's kind of cool how that works. You can throw those back on and changes all that look there. So kind of cool how that all works. So we're going to go ahead and throw those doors back on, throw the roof back on, so you can see that. Now, 2-door does come standard with the hardtop. The 4-door, we'll get into the 4-door and what the look of that in just a little bit, but we're going to start with the 2-door. Now, if you keep scrolling, you can see now that we have more color options than the base. So we do have that black, the white, the antimatter blue. We also have now we have cactus gray is available. Not sure the images I'm finding are not quite looking like it does on my phone. That looks like more of a blue color to it. So hopefully we can get some, it might look a little different than that. You do have the iconic silver we talked about before. The Area 51 is another color that's available for the Big Bend, was not available on the base model. You do then also have the carbonized gray, which was, as well as the rapid red, which is an additional $295 if you purchase with that color. And then now we have Race Red. Race Red wasn't available in the base. And then we now also have Velocity Blue, which was available. So we have those different colors. We'll keep it on Velocity Blue just for this example. And as we move down, you'll see different wheel options. The standard wheel is the 17-inch carbonized gray painted alloy wheel. If you click on that other wheel, it actually tells you that wheel is only available with the Sasquatch package. So it does, if you click on it, it does tell you you need to add the Sasquatch package, which is $57.90. Actually, the Sasquatch package is $5,000. The $790 is because requires you to get the automatic. So late availability is for the manual transmission with the Sasquatch. They mentioned that they were going to do that, but it's not going to be on the first run. You may have to wait and hold off on your build if you're wanting the manual with the Sasquatch. So keep that in mind when you're building these out. The configure is right on this. It's going to be a late availability for that as well. So you have different tire options down there too. So you have those, as you click on the one is actually as part of the Sasquatch package. So again, ask you to add that package. We're going to say no for the time being. Keep on going down. You can see that hardtop is included. We are going to flip over to the 4-door so you can see what the cost is going to be when you go to the hardtop with the 4-door version. You can add the hardtop sound deadening headliner. So that is a $495 option there to add that. And if you click on the little eye, you can actually see it'll pull up, show you a little bit closer what it's going to look like. Actually put some insulation to those panels for you. That's why you need to have the hardtop. And then tells you you can add it right there if you want to. And if you click I didn't realize this before, but if you click through the arrows down below, that actually goes through all the exterior options closely so you can see what's included in those with that view of that image just a little bit bigger right there. So I can close that. There we go. And then we'll go back down. So roof rack, roof rails with crossbars are $365 if you want to add those, and see if you click on the add, it changes that image and what it looks like. You can see those roof rack rails now on top of that Bronco. So we're going to uncheck that. Going on down, we're going to talk about bumpers. You have the front bumper with the heavy-duty modular front bumper is $825, but it does include some features. Includes the bash plate. So if you look down at the exterior options down there, there's no cost to the bash plates, because if you click on that, it tells you have to add the modular front bumper for $825. So you're getting the bash plate and the bumper for that cost of $825. Splash guards $220, front and rear. That I don't think is going to be available with the Sasquatch package. So it does say in there, click that, it says available on all Bronco models, not available with the Sasquatch package. So that's $220 for that option. I'm really struggling on clicking that little arrow, that little square up there. So sorry about that. There we go. And then you do have a paint protection film, $295, that you can put on the vehicle to protect it. Now we're seeing tube steps available, powder coated on the Big Bend that was not available in the base trim. So when you click on that, there's no cost added, so it must require you to add something else. It does add you have to have the mid package, it says, to get the tubular or the powder coated tube steps. So it does require to have that mid package. So some of these options will require that. If you look through and see that they're not checked or included and there's no price, that probably means you have to add that package to do it. But you notice real quick, if you look quickly, as you click on that, it'll give you a price real quickly. It says $395. So that option is $395 on top of your mid package, which I think is around $1,500. Brush guard, if you add that, also it'll tell you it's $300, but it'll tell you you have to get the modular front bumper, which is $825, so it takes it to a grand total of $1,125 to get both of those. So you can add the brush guard on top. Of course, that makes sense. It does require to have that other bumper there. Wheel locking kit, or wheel lock kit, is $90. Engine block heaters, $100. Remote start. That actually is, I believe, included in the mid package. So it tells you need to add that package. So that's just an included feature within that package. Keyless entry keypad, $110. Did see that is available in the base. And then standalone option. I like that they're giving you this option to get the LED headlights with the LED signature lighting. So LED headlights, the circle lights, are going to be standard equipment on the Big Bend. But when you go, you can add the LED lighting in there. I like that. I'm glad that they made that as a standalone option. So $795 to get that option. And if we click on that, then it may show us, there we go, it shows it with the lights on, so you can see the impact it's going to make on the front of that. And if we switch angles, I think there's a, there you go, there's a front view of it as well. So, and then for some reason that side one, they didn't change the color, there it goes. So pretty cool on, that's added as a standalone option, so we'll uncheck it for now. Now we're going down to the interior features, and if you look at the top, it actually, you can go quickly to these sections by clicking the arrows at the top right below your summary up there. So if we go down, you have two different images for the dash, and you have the side. Interior color, you have the black onyx as the interior environment. So when they say color there, that is your environment around the vehicle inside. So sometimes it might be a two-tone dash, depends on what trims you have. But you're kind of seeing right there. Now, one thing you'll notice, if you look closely in that image, I did see this in a video I watched from Bronco Nation. If you notice the two-door, you can see some of the body color coming through those door panels. That's only on the two-door version. The four-door version, you won't see that. That's kind of something unique. So you can see that velocity blue coming through on those door panels back there if you look at that driver's door. So pretty cool. And how they're doing that, and kind of see a little bit on that front image if you look at that passenger door over there real closely. But you do have two different color options for your cloth seats. So you do have the first one that is clicked there is, I'm not sure what, it's not showing us what color it is. And if we go over, you do have a sandstone, and then you have, I think it's a gray is what they're calling that, different gray color. So you're seeing the cloth seats with medium sandstone, and then it just says cloth seats, but I believe the color on that is like a gray, giving it a gray name, I believe. Actually, I think it's on this sheet here. So it is dark space gray is what they're calling it for those seats. And so when you change those over, you can see what that's going to do to the color of the interior. And if you're doing this on a laptop, you can actually get to do a 360 view. And you also notice that the dash changes on when you go to that sandstone as well. So your dash above and below there is going to have changed that tan as well as parts of the door. So go back to the side, maybe you can see across there the driver's door changes some of that color as well. So we'll go ahead and go, I'm not a big tan color, so I'm going to go back to the blue or to the gray. Move down, you do have a couple different interior options, a couple assistance kits you can put in the back. You have an on-road one for $69 and an off-road for $199. Of course, any of these, you just click a little eye, gives a little information of what's included in the kit right there. You can read through that yourself, but it kind of shows you that right there as well. And go. I struggle getting that little X on my mobile phone, so. Here, let's just add it, and then it should take us out of there. Nope, it did not. There we go. You have to do the top corner to get that off there. And then we'll uncheck that since I didn't want it anyway. Dual zone climate is not showing as a cost there, which means it's included as part of the mid package. Then you do have auxiliary switches in the overhead console with the front map lights. That's also available on the base trim. And then you have your floor liners are $160. Now, standard carpeted mats are just the front row on standard equipment. When you get the floor liners, you get first and second row floor liners at $160 right there. You'll see it included as well as you do have front row top panels. So those two panels in the top can be taken off of the vehicle. They can be stored in bags in the back. The doors cannot. So you'll notice this one here does show you $350 here for the door panels, but the front doors won't fit in there. So they cannot be, because if you actually click the eye, you'll see in there, so it includes bags for the two doors and the four doors of the vehicle. The two-door version only has two doors, so you know that's actually should be, probably they should not be including that into the two-door version. Hopefully they correct that in the future. And then in the back, the power outlet, that's, you'll notice no price, that's part of the mid package. So keep scrolling down. You do have your Sync 4 standard equipment, so you'll see it's included. There is an upgraded Sync 4 system as part of the mid package that gives you more capabilities. So you can see there, it's a connected navigation that comes with that. So you see a couple of those different versions right there. So they're just a little bit different voice recognitions, enhanced voice recognition that goes along with that. And then you'll see it says LCD screen also included in those. So Sync Sirius XM satellite is standard equipment with the 360L with the the Big Bend as well as the base. And then you'll see a different Sync 4 there. Again, it's a more enhanced voice recognition when you get that when you go to the mid. That's why these don't have prices, is because they're included with the mid package. I think if you click on the connected nav, let's see if we click on that, what it asks us to do. It asks us to get the mid package. We're going to say no, but if we click on the bottom one, it actually tells us that we need to add that one looks like can be a standalone option, but it does require us to get the other upgraded sync system to get that nav, but it's for $2,000, which actually looks like that also does include your mid package. So a couple things available in the mid package. Now we're going to go on down to the powertrains down here. If we go down to there, you have your 2.3 liter standard equipment, and then you're going to see your 2.7 liter is $18.95 to go to the 2.7. You'll see that it's not available for you to add it. It's because you need to add the automatic transmission. So for that, and right now it looks like the it doesn't. There we go. Now there's an add button there. So if I click the add the 2.7, it lets us do that. So for some reason the plus sign was not beside that, and then you can see 2.7 does require you to get the 10-speed automatic transmission, which is looks like the engine, the 2.7 is $18.95, and then your automatic is $1,600 right there. So we're gonna go back to the 2.7. There we go. And it takes that off, and it takes the 2.7 off. You cannot get the manual with the 2.7. And then go on down, you do see you get 4x4 with part-time selectable engagement. Advanced 4x4 is part of the Sasquatch package, not selectable. You cannot add that until you add the Sasquatch. And then you can see it does give you what gear ratio you have for your final drive. It's a 4.46 with the manual transmission. And then there's other options here. That's because if you select them, looks like they're going to have this a standalone option of 4.27 locking rear. Let's go ahead and try to click on that one where the plus would be, and it does tell us there we have to add the automatic transmission to go to that. So you can add the automatic without the Sasquatch, and it does increase your final drive. Actually it lowers it, doesn't increase it, but it is locking. So anyway, there's that option there. And then when you go to the Sasquatch, that's where you get some of these other options, and it'll highlight those for you. Going on down, shows you your standard package, and it shows you just a few features there. You can click right there is where you can click to see all the standard features as well. So you can do it on that other screen, or you can do it right here in this section when you go to the packages. Move on down, you have a couple different packages available for you, as you can see there. And actually right here you have your standard package. If you swipe, you have the mid package. You can also use the arrows down here at the bottom. Shows you what's included in the mid package. So let's go through these real quickly. You do have the 2-door intelligent access with the lock and unlock. So that's pretty cool. Leave the key fob in your pocket. Just put your hands in the door handle. It automatically unlocks the vehicle. You'll have push button start as standard equipment, so you wouldn't have to get the keys out of your pocket. Also includes remote start, as we can see down below, as long as you have the automatic transmission there. 110 outlet, back of the center console is where that's going to be located. The ambient lighting in the footwell. Auto dimming rear view mirror, which means that that mirror up there that you would normally look at for the rear view mirror will automatically dim if cars come behind you with those bright lights. Dual zone climate controls included with this. Also does include front heated seats as well. Illuminated sliding visors. So those visors up there will be illuminated, so you can bring those down. Illuminates in those, so you can see those as well, those vanity mirrors. Remote start, as we mentioned. Reverse sensing system, Sync 4 with enhanced voice recognition, so it does upgrade the Sync 4 just a little bit with better and enhanced. And then Ford Copilot 360 also is included there, and you'll see that it comes also with the connected navigation as part of the mid package. So it says it's with a 90-day trial there. Kind of a bummer they're not including that as standard equipment, not making you pay for a service for that. Pencil zoom capabilities, live traffic, predictive destinations, route guidance. So that's pretty cool too. And anyway, so that's what all is included within that package there. You can add the package, and it adds to the price if you want to do that. Go on down, you do have some other packages. There's your Sasquatch for $5,000. Now if you click that, it does tell you it's going to add $5,790, because it also what it's going to do there is going to make you get the automatic. But you'll notice automatic's $1,600, but they're only adding $800. So they're giving you the automatic at a discounted price because of the Sasquatch package requiring you to have it. So that's kind of nice, because in the past you would say, okay, you have to have the Sasquatch, but you have to have the automatic, so you have to pay the full price of the automatic. Ford is actually giving you that automatic as a discount because it requires you to get it. So you can see it adds the 4.7 locking rear axle, the rear locking differential. It gives you the mud terrain tires, the 35-inch tires. It gives you the upgraded B-lock capable wheels. They're the black high gloss wheels that are 17 inches. Are going to be added as well. And again, then it shows you removing those other wheel and tire combination, as well as the manual transmission, and changing that final drive ratio to the 4.7. So there you go. That's part of the Sasquatch. Now you do have towing capability, so you can get a tow package is $595. If we click on the little eye there, you can see what's included there. It does give you a 2-inch receiver hitch, gives you the maximum amount of towing of 3,500 pounds. Does not include trailer brake controller, so it does specify that, but is available on about every trim other than the base trim. We didn't see that with the base. See if I can click. I got it. And then Copilot 360 package. So let's click the eye on that one. So standard equipment, you get a few of these features, but when you go to the Copilot 360 and you pay for that, then you also get some other features like Bliss. It's going to be included in there. Blind spot information with cross traffic alert. Lane keeping system will be included, and that's not standard equipment on the part of the Copilot features that you get. The pre-collision assist, though, will be standard equipment on the vehicle, as well as rear view camera. And then front sensing system is going to be if you have the high package or Lux package. So those last two would not be available on the Big Bend, but those are two features a part of the Copilot when you will go to other trims or other models where they're going to be a part and be included within this package. So there you go. And I don't know if it tells you what cost that's going to be. It adds $1,500 to the cost. Does require you to take away the manual transmission, and it does switch you when you go to this to the 373 rear final drive ratio, probably because of some of the technology features that are included in that. So it does make you get automatic as well. So for those features. So there you go. That's all those features. We'll talk about accessories and go through some of these quickly. Quite a few accessories in here. A lot of people are, I think, a little bummed that there weren't more accessories. But remember, these are factory installed accessories. So these are accessories that Ford's going to be able to add at the factory. And if they give you all 200, it's going to take a lot longer for us to get our Broncos. Some of these, there are going to be other accessories going to be available through Ford Accessories that you can get after you get your Bronco from your Ford dealer. So keep that in mind as well. So we do have the rock rails. The two-door kit is $595. Click on the bumpers there. You can see the really cool tube door accessory kit for the two-door is $850. So that's pretty cool, and what that looks like. Of course, click that eye. You can see that image come up a little bit bigger for you. The capable front bumper is $995, so it's a little bit different than your modular front bumper. And then a couple different bimini tops there. You do have a soft canvas and you have a soft mesh. So the mesh is more see-through, gives you shade, but doesn't block the sun coming through. But then the canvas one will sit on those rails, which is kind of cool if you want to have the doors off, get more airflow around the outside of the vehicle, or the top, and then just put that canvas top on there. It's kind of nice. Also, it's kind of nice that you can store that in your Bronco. If you want to take the top off to go out, but then it starts to rain on you or something like that, you can throw that top on there and help protect you a little bit from the rain coming straight down. So that's something to think about. So let's talk about racks and carriers. A lot of options here. You do have a hitch-mounted 4-bike carrier. So it does full swing, it looks like. So it's going to be in that hitch, but it looks like rotate and swing open. You do have one that can go on top with the roof rack. So it's $289 for that one with a lock. And then you do have a 2-bike kit, one that can go. It looks like it's going to be mounted as well. Or that's a hitch-mounted bike rack for a 2 instead of a 4. And then you have some other carriers as well as available. So you have a roof-mounted cargo box with lock for $559. You also do have a couple of different baskets available. So roof rack mounted basket. So we'll require you to get the roof rack rails to get those. So if you click on any of those, it'll tell you that you'll need to add, no, it's not actually telling you need to add that. So yeah, it does tell you though that it does require the roof rails with crossbars, so you will have to add that option. I'm surprised it didn't make you do that when you clicked on it. And then you do have, so there's a medium, there's a large, there's a small basket there. There's also some the roof rack mounted basket light brackets. So if you want those lights there on the front, kind of cool to have to light up your road. You do have a couple kayak carriers of options for you. You do have this first one here is with locks, and then you have another load assistant with locks, kayak carrier load assistant. So you can put that on there as well. So a couple different versions there. You do have for snowboards, probably skis work in there as well with locks. You do have a retractable awning, which is pretty cool. Awning that retracts out the side. You have a tent, so it can sit on top with a ladder going up to it for a 2-person tent. And then you have a couple different flat top cargo carriers as well. You have a large, a small. You have a couple different options there. And then there's your roof rack or roof rail crossbars are $5.59 if you want those. And then you can get a 12-inch hitch extension for the racks. So if you're that extension brings it out a little bit for towing, so you can put those different racks on there like you're seeing with the next image, which is a ski and snow sport rack, which is kind of cool. If you want to put those on the back instead of taking up the top racks, you can put that back there as well. And then you have a canoe carrier that can go on top as well. So pretty cool. So different things there. Oh, there's even more. You go to hitch towing and recovery. So you do have a couple options there. An off-road recovery kit, so it has your tow hooks and different things like that. And you do have an off-road recovery kit above that one I skipped over. And then you do have a winch and winch mounting solution kit there. It's $2,500 for that option. Will probably also require you to have the, if you probably somewhere it's going to tell you it does require you to have the modular front bumper with that brush guard up there to put that on. So you're probably going to need to get that. So, and then you do have another air compressor kit right there as well. Could come in real handy for you. And then a couple different tag brackets from Ford Performance license plate brackets that are showing up there as well. Go to interior. And a lot of these are the same on all of my different videos. So if you've watched this on the base trim, they're going to be the same on this one as well. Go to comfort and convenience. You get the portable fridge and freezer. And if you go down to electronics and open that up, you go to lamp lights and treatments. You have the pod light. You have the pod lights there. And then you also do have a large light bar as well. It can go on the top, which is really cool, especially if you plan on doing some off-roading, you want to be able to light up at night. And then you do have an off-road underbody lighting kit. You have two different options. You have amber lights or you have the white lights that can be positioned under the vehicle. That's kind of cool that's an option there for you. So that's all your accessories included in there. And if you keep scrolling down, you do have summary. And at any time, you can click the summary at the top of the page up there, and it'll drop down and show you the summary as well. So mine's not doing that, probably because we're already down on summary. And then if you scroll down, you can see what was added. I think we added some options, but then took them away, so you don't have anything added. So a Big Bend with no added options, without the mid package or anything, you're going to be at $34,880 for that. You notice destination delivery, destination charges is $1,500. That is from Ford to the dealer. That is the charge that Ford charges to the dealers and on to you. That's not something that the dealer charges, so that's different from that. So now what I want to do is I want to go back to I want to pick the 4-door version here, and I'm probably going to have to go back to Ford, so I'm hoping I can get in easily. Doing this earlier, I was not able to get in there, so cross our fingers. We are not. So right now I'm going to cut for just a second in this part of the video, and so that we can go ahead and once this loads be able to show you the 4-door version. Okay, so I finally got to the load. So if you're having issues with that, you can also, if you refresh the page, sometimes it'll pull right up, because I actually was waiting and waiting with that timer on there. And so instead I just went to the URL that I gave you down below, and it refreshed a little bit faster, so sometimes you can get in. So I want to go over to the 4-door. I think in future videos we're just going to do this on the 4-door, but I do want to show you what the cost is to the hardtop, because on the 4-door version you get the soft top as standard equipment, as you can see right there. But then when you move down and you can add the hardtop, you see that the hardtop costs $695 when you go to the Big Bend. And then that's really the only difference between the 4-door and the 2-door. Plus, there are some other options. I have some notes here about the automatic transmission and such. So if you scroll down, let's go down to actually, we're just going to use the arrows up here, and we're going to go to powertrains. As you can see, you have the 2.3 and the 2.7, and then you have your manual and automatic, and you have the cost of those. So you can be able to pick those right there. So there are some, requirements on the different, make you pick a 10-speed automatic, certain situations. For that, of course, the 2.7, you have to get the automatic to get the 2.7 as well. So you're talking $1,900 plus $1,600 combined to go to the 2.7. So keep that in mind. Notes on this PDF that I gave you was that it says that the manual transmission requires a 2-door standard 4x4 and the 2.3. But as we can see with the 4-door, it's giving us the manual transmission as an option here. So that should be standard equipment in either the 2-door or the 4-door. So there's a couple situations where that might be different. But I wanted to kind of show you that, the 4-door version there, just so you can see the hardtop. Everything else should be about the same when it comes to those different packages and everything on what is included. Now, if we go to the summary, so just by adding the 4-door version without the hardtop, we're $37,375 for the starting price right there without any added options. So to kind of get you started there, what you might be looking at for price-wise for that. So anyway, hopefully this video really did kind of help you out. I gave you some information there. I know it's a little lengthy, but again, I do complete guides, and that's kind of what I like to do. So if you have any questions, of course, drop them down in the comments. Love answering those questions for you. Don't forget to smash that like button if you like this video. And also, if you're looking to get find a dealer out there that maybe is not as up to speed on the Bronco information, we do have a really good team here. So we have some great product specialists like myself. We have Bronco specialists as well. We have 6 Bronco specialists that handle all of our Bronco leads. Not just one person taking care of all of them. We have 6 guys that go through meetings, training, and talks about this. We actually went through training on build and price before it launched, so they knew and they know how to work this. So if you have any questions, concerns, want to talk to them, they can help you out. If you're working with a dealership that maybe isn't as knowledgeable or is just not as excited about the Bronco lineup as we are here at Lawn McArthur, you can switch your reservation over to Lawn McArthur. I'll leave that 800 number down in the description, so check that out. So at any time you can switch your Bronco reservation over. I think you have until end of December to be able to switch that. And one time they was going to say they were going to lock it out till the end of October, but I think they realized since build and price was a little delayed, they're giving us a little more time. So I think you have into December sometime if you want to switch your Bronco reservation over to another Ford dealer. We are doing free shipping. We're very transparent about that. The shipping is not free. It does cost us as a dealership, but we don't want that cost to get incurred onto you. So if you plan on financing the vehicle anyway, then we'll do the free shipping for you. That's the only thing we require is that you finance the vehicle with us. Lenders do give us a kickback for getting any kind of lending term to them, so that should cover about any of the cost, and we do cover about up to $1,000 of the shipping because that's usually pretty close to that. So we do ask you finance the vehicle with us at least for a couple months to help us out there, and so we can ship the vehicle to about anywhere. So we have a lot of people that have taken us up on that, and different custom builds that we do, as well as F-150 orders that we do for customers. So take advantage of that. Also, we're doing free jackets for all of our Bronco orders. Do keep in mind the jackets are taking us a little while to get through because we're ordering so many at a time. They're getting sold out of the jackets. So we're going to get Bronco jackets out to you. We have several that have reservations right now that are waiting on those jackets. So I do apologize for those people, but we're going to get those jackets out to you. So free Bronco jacket as well that's going to be shipped out to you when you do a reservation or switch your reservation over to Lawn McArthur Ford. So if you have any questions about that, we have a Bronco page. Go onto our website, lawnmcarthur.com. Click on the new tab up there. Go down to the 2021 Ford Bronco page. A lot of information up there. We're keeping it updated. We're going to have this put on there as well. And then there's click links there to do a reservation. So if you haven't reserved yet, want to use Law McArthur, just click that reserve and you can go ahead and switch that over. If you have a current reservation at a dealer, please do not cancel it, especially if you reserved it before September 18th, because they are saying that's about the deadline of what they think are going to be included in the 2020 model year. Everybody that does a reservation after the 18th of September is probably going to end up getting a 2022. So definitely don't cancel that. You can just switch it over to Law McArthur. And I think now they're saying they're going to allow for 2 switches. So if you switch with the dealer, still not satisfied and want to switch over to Law McArthur, then you should be able to do that as well by calling that 800 number. I think it takes a couple days for it to process for us to see it on our end, but we will take care of you with that reservation. So hopefully you really enjoyed this video. I know I've gone on long enough, but thanks for sticking with me here and going through this build and price on the Big Bend trim. So hopefully those out there liking that trim, drop your comments down below. Love getting your feedback on what you think of the build and price. Some things you liked, some things you're surprised about, drop those down there as well. And don't forget to share this video out. If you haven't subscribed to our YouTube channel, want to check out these other videos, hit that red subscribe button down there so you can subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell so that way you get notified the next time we have another video uploaded to our YouTube channel. You want to hit all notifications there on that, and they'll get notified when those videos come live. You get notification on your phone as long as you're logged into YouTube there. So again, don't forget you can find us on social media sites. We're at Law McArthur on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. You can check us out there. We'll put updated news that Ford has, as well as things going on at the dealership and any specials we have going on with different vehicle inventory we have right there on that channel too. So hope you enjoyed this. Till the next video, we'll see you later. Have a great day.